Like, y'all go out on a date. You know, you call and you're hanging out. When do you say, this is my girlfriend?
I mean, I think that's going to be a big part of the time invested in the conversation.
I think so too.
Because I think you got to feel your way through it. But I'm the type of person, I think everybody should tread lightly. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's any rush, at least from my end, to say, yo, we together now, or you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and make this official.
It's never a rush for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep interjecting.
I mean, if you want me to be honest, I mean, the rush just isn't there.
Absolutely.
But we can figure each other out. We can learn each other, because the one thing I wouldn't want to do is rush into a situation, then find out there's a closet full of stuff I really ain't got no business dealing with.
Exactly.
So do you date privately? In the meantime, okay, so this is the thing right here. Okay, so if you're actively dating, I think I'm not going to meet a man and think I'm the only one dating him. If somebody's single,
you shouldn't,
and they're dating, I expect you to have a roster. Like, you gonna have 4 or 5. They do. Like, men have a roster. If they good looking, successful, if they're the man that you would talk to, most likely they have a roster. For me,
helping me out, Charity.
You hear me? Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I plan on us during the dating process, I plan on me getting the first place, not you just cutting everybody off the next week. That's just not how it works. So if we're spending more time,
some women.
It's real.
Yeah, you helping some women.
If you're spending more time and we're kicking it, and you want to, I'm taking that attention away from everybody else. The conversation then happens. What are we? It'll happen. And if he says, I'm not looking for a relationship right now, and you're still doing if he says it, because they say it
all the time.
They
say that out the gate.
They say they're still looking for a relationship right now. It is up to us then to not be the perfect person that they need, or prove that we're worthy, because they know it by now. They know it, that you're the stuff. So at that point, for a woman, I feel like that's when you say, all right, this is my friend. If after going through all this, and we're dating each other like extensively, we in this thing, and you're not ready for a relationship. I'm not saying I'm gonna kick you to the curb. It's just you got to be able to check yourself as a woman and be like, you got to go for not what their actions are, because men, I don't think, know how to say I don't want a relationship and I don't want a relationship.
Oh yeah,
no,
yeah.
But they know
what you're
they
saying.
can make you feel like you're number one.
Yeah, that's true.
And not be ready for a relationship. No offense.
They actions.
But I think it's up to a woman. It's up to us. If you fall back and they're like, whoa, wait, she ain't messing with me like that no more. Now what? Not, and I ain't gonna force it. A woman should never force it. Now, I wouldn't give an ultimatum or anything. You just got to move a little different. Mm-hmm. So when you move a little different, and the dates were 4 days a week, and then it went down to I'm available once. Not that you're trying to be mean. I think you just are protecting your own heart. Guard your heart, right?
That's right.
That's hard for a lot of women to do, though. To fall back like that once they have vested XYZ. But yeah,
it is. But you shouldn't. I don't think you should in the dating process. You shouldn't invest so much.
Don't give so much in the beginning.
You want to. We're nurturers. That's what we do. Most of us want to do, unless you a type G. Like I don't. I mean, I catch feelings like crazy. Is this the one? Girl, no. He's just a friend. It's for right now.
Right. For right now.
Oh,
sit down somewhere.
Yeah, monkey. Just no, it ain't it.
But that's.
But
I think
you're
that's
learning.
Most women though. We catch
yourself.
feelings really. I think most women catch feelings quick because we hanging out with somebody and you start liking them. So it's hard to, like you said, not catch those feelings in the beginning. But DJ, you said something critical too, is taking that time to really get to know somebody. Because as women, we are in that, we want to get to that first place, like you said, like that. Right. And we can't. We as women, I think we got to slow down and start getting to know people. Because I've learned
have a roster.
That
just like
present,
men have a roster.
You should have a roster.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, and you don't have to be screwing everybody.
Agreed.
Either. You in a real adult relationship, you can have multiple friends. Period.
Agreed.
We have to understand that as women. I'm okay. Yeah, you dating. I'm dating.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out as time goes on. But time got to go on. We're not just. I'm not just. We're exclusive with you, and you got 5 chicks. Not happening. I'm on whatever you on. And once you
match
got
my
that,
energy.
and some men will be like, "Oh, she on what I'm on."
Yep, you gotta match.
Either I want to do something a little different, or it intimidates them, and they just ain't gonna mess with you because they're not a part of. You're not gonna be a part of the roster.
But ladies,
and you got to be okay with it.
Yeah, that roster is peace because we have that mentality when they meet you. We think we the only ones. I used to think like I'm the only one, so I get frustrated when you ain't acting like I'm the only one. Right. But please take that time to get to know somebody because I'm telling you, people present one way and then you start unpacking that thing and realizing you start researching and you start finding out stuff and you like, oh, this person is somebody totally different from what they presented. So do you research the people that you meet? Like,
I don't.
Do you?
I mean, if I know people that they know, like I meet people and they're like, oh, they the real deal, and then somebody be like, don't you dare, don't you dare, and they don't know. When you say the don't you dare, it's like, what is it? Because let me see if I can handle it. It's I'm weird, like it's bad. I told y'all stop dating, y'all. I had to stop. I had to stop.
Well, I recommend you do research because I'm telling you, you will find out so much about a person. There's public records.
Yeah. How are you researching?
I'm researching like I'm going straight to Indy.gov because I need to see if you have any cases, court cases, because it's laid out.
Yeah.
And once somebody tells you, I ain't married, you can go right to Indy.gov and see.
Now that I would look up.
And they've been married 2 or 3 times.
Too.
And they on wife number 5 or 6, and they told you. So for me, I've learned if you don't research, you will have yourself in a whole bunch. You be like, wait a minute, this person is not.
Do you think you can have an honest conversation with somebody? And they tell it. I mean,
no, they're not gonna tell you.
Feel people out.
They're not gonna tell you
because I know some dope dealers that are like saved, love Jesus. They just amazing right now. But if I pull their records,
hey, you know their real name?
Nope, sure don't. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like
9 times out of 10, they're not going to tell you. What if you really like
them and then you look them up and it's just like as long as you ain't a perv. And I mean, hey, because there's people that. There's people that went to jail for messing with young girls.
I mean, you can kind of judge off of how recent it is, but I think the biggest thing I found is people who told me they weren't married. And then when I looked at them, those court documents, and I see that you are still married, I don't see no divorce on file.
Right.
That's huge.
I'm going to say this.
Immediately.
I've always dealt with a lot of older women. And older women, the number one thing is transparency. So if I have a girlfriend, if I'm single, or if I'm married, I'm going to tell you that. There's no...
You an exception.
There's no need
most
for
men
me
ain't
to hide that. I mean... You start off with transparency and everything will be smooth, but
Okay, Natalie, what's been your experience?
My experience with dating?
Of researching.
Oh.
Talking to the mic.
I too have found out people have been married when they say that they're not, or they're legally separated, or I even found one guy I actually was talking to. He had about 4 or 5 different cases against him, and so he was a major offender.
You look on IndieGov too?
Major.
I even look up to see if they were ever an inmate in jail. I looked that up too. I have found one that had a DOC number, just got out of jail. Yeah. I'm a researcher, and plus I got a cousin that's pretty much Inspector Gadget. So if it's something I can't find out, I take it to her and she'll find it for me.
Really? That's me.
Are you automatically like that though?
No, not automatically.
I didn't start off being that way.
I'm not automatically.
Have you been burned a lot of times?
I ain't never researched. I've never researched. Yeah. I guess my thought is, I just have this feeling, and I'm not getting ready to deal. I just get a feeling. If you look a certain, you doing certain things, that's an indicator to me. And half the time, those men don't approach me. If you got a record, you're a chronic liar, you don't come my way. Yeah. And that has really been my history. Honestly, it has. And I mean, the other thing is I've been in a long-term relationship. I have not just been out here for years and years and years just dating single. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really... Never occurred to me to go look up their stuff.
I'm telling you, the rules of the game have changed, and it would behoove men and women to do it.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I just never done it.
You find out so much about a person. Okay. I mean, really? Yes.
People are really out here putting on these fake masks.
They are.
Being portraying themselves one way when they're really
Well,
another.
I have a question on that. So, to DJ's point, when you take your time, do you think that some of those things will reveal itself? Because if you're, well, let me finish. So, if you are taking your time and you are asking questions and you're listening and you guys are communicating, you can tell a lot about a person over time. It's easy to hide stuff short term, but it is not long term. So I'm wondering if some things could come about. And wait a minute. And let's say you're taking your time. Maybe they lie in the beginning because they're afraid. Maybe once they see, I don't know. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. But my question is, do you think some things may be revealed over time? That's all.
Some things I do. Some things they're not gonna just tell you because they don't want you. They absolutely do not want you to know.
A lot of women's heads get in the cloud and they overlook a lot of red flags.
That's true
So,
too.
Thank you. When you're moving too fast and you want it to be what they are showing it to be, sometimes you just got to pull back and just you gotta listen to what is not said. You gotta see things. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. You just do. And God, I'm just sorry. God will tell you. He'll give you that something inside you. You may not know the details, but he gonna tell you something. This man,
it's just
he
up
gonna
to
tell
you
you
to listen
something.
and pick it up.
May I interject something?
Yeah.
I just want to go back to a point that Tia and Sassy have both made on previous shows. A lot of times it's about kind of noticing patterns, and when those patterns start switching up, those start to begin to be a lot of tales, because I've never gone the investigative route, but if you take your time and give something, long enough, you can definitely figure some things out, or you can start seeing patterns of behavior like, something's not right. You know what I mean? And then at that point, you shouldn't empower them to make the decision as to what happens from here. You got to decide at that point, this probably ain't the best situation for me.
Something going on.
Something's different.
Just got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah. But when you're dealing with somebody who's like a classic narcissist, sometimes those things, they do a good job of deflecting and hiding. So that's all I'm saying.
Now, what I have done is research narcissist. Now, I know I could tell a narcissist from a mile away.
Give me some.
Give me a telltale sign.
Yeah, give me some.
Oh my God!
Don't take responsibility. That's
they're just Mr. Perfect. They're just if somebody starts talking about their ex or somebody that don't like, it's always them.
Yep, their fault. They don't take
If
responsibility.
somebody can't take fault, not even a little bit, in their issues, like as time goes on, you'll see the deeper side of a narcissist. But the beginning is they're this perfect person, and even if the woman left or the man left, it can go both ways. It doesn't matter. They left because I was doing everything right, and I just that one time I didn't give them some money, or it's always like, I can't believe they left because I was perfect. They don't see their imperfection at all, and you can catch, but they would be, to a woman or a man's eye, the best looking person. Yeah. They smell good.
To everybody else, they're the best looking person.
Yes, they are.
They present really well.
They present very well.
They're likable.
I'm telling you. But as time goes on, if it's always about them, if they make the things that they do, they turn it around on you like, what you mad that I was out all night for? You said that you were going over your mom's, and
flip the script on you.
I promise you, like, you can tell. And then I just started getting on YouTube, and then because you can see. I'm telling you,
You started YouTube and
you hear me?
Another
I
example
got
is
books, a
silent
lot
treatment.
of information out there.
When they give you
help
the treatment, that's a part of being a narcissist,
Make
because
you
they're
go
trying to
crazy.
punish you, so they go silent and give you the silent treatment. Yeah.
And I feel like in certain situations, once you're with a narcissist, when you realize you have a narcissist, then I'm telling you, when you realize you have one, you gotta know you'll never change them. They'll never change. This is unless one day they wake up and Jesus done shown himself to them in the middle of the night, and they're like, I'm a narcissist, I need to go to therapy.
Right.
You hear what I said? You hear what I said?
I heard you.
A person has to understand that person is who they are. Nothing you'll do will ever change. And at that particular point, I'm sorry, you got to walk away.
Yes,
Period.
You got to walk away. You got to walk away. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. And it's still going to be, all be your fault. Like, no matter what, it's all whatever happened, and you gotta know, even like they gonna dog you in the public. But guess what? You just keep on walking, because that type of, it'll mess you up. Hey, only because